Good morning, YouTubers. This is Give and Take. Today, I'll be showing you how to install a CPU and also how to install or insert RAM properly on a machine. For this demonstration, I'll be using a Lenovo IBM machine, socket 775. So how you go about doing that, this applies to any socket 775 computer. There might be some minor differences here and there, but the principle is the same. So first and foremost, you switch off your computer if it's running, and then you take your CPU. In this case, I'll be installing a Celeron D processor. This is the CPU that I'll be installing. So unfortunately I don't have any thermal paste right now. So what you do, I'm going to start with the processor. You take your CPU and then you have to pay attention to the notches which are on the CPU. The CPU has some notches, or I should say grooves, as you can see in the picture. These are the notches, the ones that I'm holding there on the sides. You have to make sure that those notches are on the CPU align with the ones on the board. Those are the notches. I'm not sure if you can see clearly. Those are the notches there. So you align them there. You hold your CPU on the sides there. There are some grooves on the blade. Align properly. Make sure it sits properly there. You bring down the latch. Then you lock it down. Lock down the latch. Okay, so and then you take your this is what draws the heat away from the processor and transfer it as fins. This is what we call a heat sink. We call it a heat sink. So I'm going to insert the heat sink in this machine. I'm going to install it in this way. Okay, and I'll bring the latch down there, lock it down, secure. So now I'm gonna install the RAM first. Next, this is the RAM that I'm going to be installing. So with the RAM, you must pay attention to the notch. There is a notch also on the RAM which guides you and ensures that you install it properly. So I'm going to align the memory module with the groove on the slot. Make sure it's aligned, and then you push it down. You should hear that loud click. That will tell you that it's popped into place. Take the second memory module, do the same thing. You have to be careful with that. Then you push it down. It's in place. And then lastly, I'm going to put the last memory module. Same technique, nothing new. Okay, so now I've inserted my RAM there, my CPU, the heatsink is on. This type of machine, the fan is not mounted on the heatsink. The fan is mounted at the front. It draws air from the front, and the air passes through the heatsink and out through the vents at the back there. Alright, so I added an additional fan there to cool down the Northbridge chipset. Yeah, so and then you bring that down. Okay, so now let's power on our computer. There we go. We seem to be having a display there, so which means the RAM and the CPU are sitting properly. That was a success. Thank you.